I'm Tyler Danberg. From the NFL, the Bengals acquired quarterback Joe Flacco and a 6th-round pick from the Browns for a 5th-rounder, leaving Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Bailey Zappi as Cleveland's quarterbacks. Today, ESPN's Adam Schefter reported the Cardinals are fining head coach Jonathan Gannon $100,000 for a sideline altercation with running back Amari DiMercato on Sunday. ALDS Game 3, Mariners are at the Tigers at 3:08. Seattle leads the series 2-1 and can advance to the ALCS with a win. Blue Jays are at the Yankees at 7:08. Toronto also leads 2-1. NLDS Game 3, Brewers and Dodgers both go for sweeps. Brewers visit the Cubs at 5:08. Dodgers host the Phillies at 9:08. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right. How's that new open coming? Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, TLC at the controls. Boys, it's great to see you.
Yeah, man, it's great to see you again. Here we are on a little hump day. Mother Nature finally got off her BS AR and brought in the appropriate weather because this is what I'm talking just temps, man. Temperatures, I was done with the mid to high 80s. You look around the corner, it looks like we're getting 65 and 70 for the next week. So hopefully we can stay there, but I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain.
Good. I feel like we just don't have enough time today. We'll get right to it. I feel rushed. You get no rush.
Well, listen, man. We like to say we hop in the lazy river, we throw our floaties on, and we get to 3 o'clock. We get to 3 o'clock. So let's woo-saw a little bit. You know how Martin Lawrence and Will Smith and Bad Boys 2, woo-saw, you know?
Okay. Here's the menu.
Yeah.
Shefty coming up 12:30. I guess we get to ask him again. Hey, you think the Bengals will try to get a quarterback outside of Browning? Guys, no. They're not getting another quarterback. Who do you want him to get? Well, he was on the list. He wasn't high on the list, but he was on the list.
Yeah, and we have to find out from him whether or not they made calls elsewhere. Because I know that report came from The Athletic. I believe it was Diana Rossini that said Cincinnati, they didn't call anybody else.
He was
really?
So he couldn't have been their first choice, but he may have been cost-effective, the right choice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what those other guys cost. So I'm with you. I can't believe that he was their first and only on their... Like, if they said, hey, we just saw this game, Browning, the experiment's over. Like, we gave you a shot, it's over, we're not going to wait any longer. And somebody looked at somebody and said, hey, there's only one guy we need, and he's up in Cleveland, and he's 40. Yeah. Let's get him. Like, I don't think that was it, but I think it was the right timing, maybe.
Yeah.
And
it's
the right
not like
price.
Flacco's play was levels above like Russell Wilson and what we saw from him. So, yeah, we'll have to ask because I'm very curious about that aspect of the trade.
All right, Shefty 12:30, Hockey and Hounds, first one today.
Let's go.
Z will jump on at 1 o'clock on their way to Blue Jacket 1 where they leave to go to Nashville. We usually do this at 2:30. Today we'll do it at 1 o'clock. We do these on roadies. He's nice enough to do them on his way to the plane, so we'll do that. Carp will jump on at 1:30. We'll get into all of our other trinkets and trash today as well.
And we have, real quick, our 2 tickets to see Larry the Cable Guy at Meerschaum Auditorium Friday, February 20th. So if you're interested in that, don't move. We got you covered.
And you have to promise you will wear sleeveless denim to the event.
Correct.
All right. So last night, this is not new, but it's new for a live game. All right?
Okay.
I call this the McAfee effect. I've noticed this on Twitter many times.
Twitter.
I have noticed it.
He gone.
That there was what I've always called the swear ceiling.
Yeah.
And most of us have one. Most of us have an edit in our heads. Guys that have done, and there will be a guy on here in a moment that will be able to relate to this tremendously.
Legend.
All right. So coming from TV, most things are scripted. Most things. When you're in a pregame show or a postgame show, you're ad-libbing. Yeah. You can ad-lib on the air during a sportscast, but it was highlight-driven. And mostly, and I've always said this, and it's the greatest quote I've ever heard, and it came from the first guy I ever met when I got to town in 1994, Ronnie Duncan, when he was ABC later, when he was at Channel 6. And I sat with him, and he looked at me and said, Anthony, the greatest ad libs are written. And it hit me, and it always was like this secret TV thing. The secret of it is like an actor. It's how you deliver it. Is it delivered like an ad lib, or is it delivered like you wrote it? Anyway, my point in this is that TV was scripted, so I didn't have any fear of swearing. I really didn't. In radio, you're sitting in front of a live mic every day for 3 hours. The more comfortable you get, the more scary it can get, because you'll push the envelope and maybe you'll say things that, for a cheap laugh, or you're doing stuff. And, you and I toe the line, and I think we do a pretty good job with it. Last night, I'm watching the Avs-Kings game. It's triple header on NHL. I have turned into this NHL degenerate, and I fantasy hockey and all that. And so I'm watching the the Kings and Avs. And there's a woman on the broadcast. She's the color commentator with Buchagras. Her name is Cassie Campbell-Pascal, and she is an Olympian and has done NHL on ESPN and Hockey Night in Canada and all that. And I can't play the clip because we haven't bleeped it, but she described the initial part of the game as, this isn't the blanky hockey you will see in the summertime. And I said, did she say what I think she said?
Yeah, the brown emoji is what
the brown emoji, like point blank, not the other version of it, not crappy, not terrible, not whatever. She dropped it as, I'm telling you, it was normal. I don't think it was a mistake. I don't think she lost track of where she was. She was doing a nationally televised game live on ESPN, and that clearly was airing at 8 p.m. out on the coast. Prime time in L.A. And so my point is that I don't know if this is encouraged now, if this is acceptable. My theory is that the podcasting world is blending with the main world. And whatever you can say on a podcast, which you can swear and say whatever you want, F-bomb, crazy, is now more general in our society and broadcasting. We've seen it in other shows. So the man who's on this Comrex is my man, Bo Bishop, who has been in this for a long time. Buddy, I have intentionally tried for 30 plus years not to swear. Intentionally. Like there are times where maybe I've gotten close. I don't think so. And this struck me, and I wanted to get your opinion on it, because I think there are certain people, Bo, that have an image, I believe, to protect. And now I think they believe that their image needs like an edge. And they're doing it. I'm not talking about Nick Saban saying it. He's way past. He's not a broadcaster. Doesn't matter what he says. McAfee, we already know the shtick, and we see the disclaimer. This was in a live, nationally televised broadcast of a game. Can you imagine Aikman or Brady describing a throw that way? Like, are we headed that way, or is this a one-off? Did you hear it?
No. So I didn't hear it, because at that point, I watched Penn's Rangers, and then at that point, I was more invested into Wade Garrett trying to save the double deuce with Dalton. So that was on another channel. So at that point, I was too into that to come back. So I didn't see this live. I just think in general, buddy, we are completely desensitized, and things that used to be abnormal are becoming more normal. And I see it with my kids and the way that they talk and what they consume, and how normalized language is for them, that otherwise, that if I would have said, or if I would have heard, my parents have been like, wait, what did you just say? Like, so I think we become desensitized to all of it. I don't know if it's being discouraged, but I don't know if it's being encouraged, but it's definitely not being discouraged. And I think the motivation for that is a little bit, and I'm trying to place the character. I want to say it was Silvio with Kramer with, hey, look at me, Jerry. He's a pretty boy. He had the fancy coat. There's a little bit of that, right?
An agitator?
Did I get the name? Was it Silvio? Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a little bit of, pay attention to me no matter what. We've all, in our business a long time, buddy, like, right? No, any news is positive. Any publicity is positive or negatively. The old Howard Stern. Half people hate you, half the people love you. It doesn't matter. They're all interested. And I think that for a lot of these sports, as it's been kind of farmed out over apps and networks and all this stuff, everybody's just trying to get them to pay attention to them. To be a little bit like Jerry in the fur coat. Look at me, look at me, look at me. That's, I think, where this comes from. And no way, there's no way that happens 10 years ago, 20, God, no. But yeah, I just think I think you're right. I think it's something that is really looked past now. And I think we're just desensitized by all of it.
I don't even know if she was doing it to have a look at me moment. I'm almost thinking it felt like normal. It felt like this is just the way I am, and like it or not, I can't imagine she told ESPN producers during a live hockey game, the first one of the season, that she was going to drop a swear word.
No. But that's what I mean. That's a desensitized.
Okay.
It's just normal. This is just how people talk.
I've seen it. I saw it on social media. I've seen it with people on podcast, or heard it with people on podcasts. People that I would never think would talk a certain way and say certain things are now saying it. Like like Erin Andrews does her podcast with
Carissa, yeah.
Carissa. The stuff they say is like, oh, interesting.
It's
You're going to talk about that?
Accepting of all of it. Do you remember, and I'm sure, and Maddie was on with us when we were doing Bishop and Rothman in those days, but I remember the first time I said the word on the radio that the definition of it is a small horse-like creature, and I dropped ass, and I was like, can I say that?
Yeah.
Wait, can I say it? But then, yeah, you could. It was okay, and everybody did, and it was like, oh, I guess that's normalized now, and I just think that's kind of where we are now.
Okay.
It's wild.
I couldn't wait to try to get your opinion on it, because you and I have been for so long, and we've intentionally, now you've got to reinvent yourself a little bit along the way. That's evolution. You have to adapt or die, right? The old Moneyball deal. But I that one struck me on a live sports broadcast, not a pregame show, not a post. This was during a live broadcast, and it was intentional. It wasn't a hot mic. It wasn't someone got caught. And I'm just waiting now for Troy Aikman to start dropping. That was a real blank throw. Like that's, and maybe 10 years from now, it will be even more mainstream unless somebody puts some brains on it. But I guarantee there were kids listening in L.A. and watching a hockey game, and now it lives forever, too, because it's on the internet. You can look at it. And I'm not saying that she's wrong for doing it. I was just in shock because it's the first time I've heard it intentional in a live sporting event on ESPN, on national television.
I said it on accident doing a highlight of Justin Leonard on a par 3 in Tallahassee, Florida. I meant to say shot, and I said the other.
Excellent.
Now, my face wasn't on air when I said it. So to give you an idea of the panic, as soon as I was done with that sportscast, I sprinted into the control room. I pulled out the main DVC Pro tape and edited silent over the word, because I was fearful that if anybody had the copy of it, because that was pre anybody recording or anything, if anybody had a copy of it, that I'd be fired.
Yeah.
And it was an accident. It just came out wrong.
Yeah. And I don't think she's famous enough for this to even have legs. This wasn't Aikman or Brady. And if it was one of them, they'd probably get away with it. This would have to be some more like middle tier, but still known, and then they'd probably be suspended or something. But, yeah. Go back if you want to hear it. It's
I will.
It struck me. I'll send it to you. All right, my man.
So about the movie Heat.
Yes. Okay, we're not getting into Heat.
Holy cow!
We're not doing it.
Do an hour on Heat.
We really,
come on. The action is the juice for AR. Come on.
One day, yes. The crosstalk will continue.
All right.
All right. Go have a great day. Thanks.
See you, man.
Bo Bishop, the legend from Bishop and Friends. All right, we're going to set the menu again. We'll reset it, Maddie. We've got the hierarchy in the quarterback room in Cleveland moving in different directions. The daddy, Deion Sanders, responds to Shedeur moving on up. You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You know me, when it comes to big moments like popping the question, I always say, I've got a guy. That guy is Bob Capace at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Right now, it's our fall bridal sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. Engagement rings, wedding bands, wedding jewelry. We've got it all.
If you want sparkle, you want quality, and you want to save big, trust me, I've got a guy.
That's me. Come see us at Worthington Jewelers,
Worthington Jewelers,
where Columbus gets engaged.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
All month long at Twin Peaks, celebrate National Dessert Month with sweet endings like our Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with a warm Ghirardelli brownie. Pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey for the ultimate game day finish. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Did you want information on the Ohio Lottery's Rolling Cash 5? Okay, Rolling Cash 5 is a daily draw game where you select 5 numbers from 1 to 39 and win by matching 2, 3, 4, or 5 numbers. Jackpots start at $100,000 and grow until someone wins. You can learn more at OhioLottery.com or the Ohio Lottery app. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Want to go back to the radio? Okay.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. If your home's already feeling drafty or your energy bills are creeping up, now is it time to do something about it before the cold really sets in. And Universal Windows Direct is making it easier than ever with an October deal that's packed with value. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no limit. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for 3 full years. And to top it off, get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. Call 614-502-5220, UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means 3 things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime at Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly.
Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online. CoughlinCars.com. 13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 17 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoughlinCars.com. Shop locally owned, CoughlinCars.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports skidball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Guys, you know you feel it. Something is off. It's not just signs of aging. It's your energy slipping away. It could be low testosterone, draining all the things that make you you. But it doesn't have to be this way. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. They use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone to increase your level that is just right for you. They are one of the only providers that accept most major insurance. They make it affordable and easy for you to start and stay on the treatment. Synergenics and Low T Center have clinics conveniently located around town in Gahanna and Dublin. You can be treated in the clinic or receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple and quick free test at the center. And for a limited time, get a free hormone consultation and free T-test and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed memorabilia or even tickets to a major sporting event. Get back to feeling like you again. Book your appointment now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Bishop and Friends.
Somebody had reached out to me about the bit I was doing last week was Arvell Reese's number 8. They're like, you should put that on a shirt. Arvell Reese's number 8.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Finally feeling more like fall than we have in a while. We'll see plenty of sunshine today, but temperatures only topping out in the mid to upper 60s. We get pretty cold tonight with mostly clear skies overnight. Lows will be down into the mid to upper 30s in some spots to low 40s. And then for Thursday, plenty of sun in the forecast, but even cooler with our highs in the mid to low 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Perfect afternoon parlay. This is Rothman and Ice.
So just to put a bow on that broadcast last night.
No pun intended there?
Yeah. There is an outside chance that maybe she meant shinny.
Okay.
But those were hard T's. Those were.
They were.
So a shinny is like a pickup game, like a hockey pickup game, but it's more than that. It's more like you probably have refs and stoppages. Like it's not like going to the park for a hoop pickup game.
Yeah.
But it's probably more of a Canadian term.
Okay.
Probably is that it's like an open hockey, but it's more of a shinny.
Interesting.
So when she said this is not like she said it with the hard T's that you see during the summer. My gut is now she meant to say that, but didn't.
Okay. I was not aware of that hockey term. So that does.
It's a slang hockey term for sure. Yeah.
It definitely leaves.
It just hit me.
A little bit of an out for her. Even if she has to clarify anything.
You won't have to.
Because
it's this world.
Like you guys were talking about, this is 2025, man. Everybody's letting their hair down and everybody's kind of just accepting of those things. I think
it's the online part.
That type of verbiage on national TV for a game is a little spicy for me. And maybe it's just something I need to get used to. I don't know, but it was eye-opening when you brought it to the table earlier when we were getting ready for the show because I couldn't really wrap my mind around somebody doing that on a game.
I played
broadcast.
It for both of you guys. Yeah. You heard it the way I heard it.
For
correct?
Sure.
Okay.
Double T's in there.
Yeah, double T's.
Yeah.
Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski is not ready to name Shedeur the team's number 2 quarterback.
Stefanski.
Who's reporting that? That's interesting.
NFL Network, with Joe Flacco shipped to the Bengals, the Browns were widely expected to bump Sanders to the backup behind Dylan Gabriel. If Sanders doesn't, it's not clear exactly who would take the team's QB2 role if Sanders doesn't get it. Who's getting it?
Bailey Zappi, come on down. Come on down.
This is from 9 minutes ago. This isn't like something.
Okay. Well, we got Schefter on deck. Yeah. We'll have to ask him about that. That would be a very tough look if that were the case. Like if Bailey Zappi or whoever it is leapfrogs him in the pecking order, that'd be definitely a tough look for Shedeur right now. But yeah, it's wild, right? Because you had this situation yesterday. Trade pops off with Flacco going down to Cincinnati, and the focus, and from what I've seen this morning, is not on Dylan Gabriel and what he can build and what he can do to become a better quarterback in week 2 in his second start. It's about, well, what does this mean for Shedeur Sanders? And it just speaks to the needle-moving ability that is his name, right? For TV networks and people on social media, he's a polarizing figure, but maybe Dylan Gabriel likes it this way, where the attention isn't on him. He can just go out there and focus on ball, but this is always going to be the case. When they drafted Shedeur Sanders, this is the attention that you're going to get from all these big-time media markets.
Would not naming him number 2 create more attention?
100%.
Like it's everyone assumed he gets bumped up. You know, if you're saying now, well, we're not ready yet, we're still evaluating who the backup's going to be.
So the report is from the NFL Network that Stefanski spoke to the media and was not willing to commit to Shedeur.
I think it's Mary Kay.
Okay.
The NFL Network reported that Sanders is expected to get snaps at some point this year. For now, Stefanski is not naming Sanders as Gabriel's backup, perhaps due to the media attention it will surely create. Well, not naming him number 2. And then it says source Mary Kay Cabot. Deion Sanders, the daddy, is going through a lot of his own issues, right, health-wise. And he seems to he has more challenges now. He was asked at the Colorado Weekly Presser about his reaction to the trade.
The Browns traded away Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I got that text during practice.
I was just wondering what your reaction is.
I don't give a damn about the Browns at all. I care about the Colorado Buffaloes. I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that. I care about him. The rest of that mess, I don't, okay? I'm a coach trying to win just like they're trying to win games, but I could care less of who they traded.
Why did he use the word mess? That's the strange part for me. Why did he use the word mess? I care about him, and the rest of that mess, I don't.
That's to me how Dion talks.
Okay.
I think that's his.
I think it's a Southern dialect.
I think that's what he talks about, and I think what he's trying to do is play to his Colorado fan base. That I'm more worried about us being 2-4 right now.
Oh, sure, he should be.
Than what's happening in Cleveland. So I think that's what that was. I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
I sent ARTLC the video of Stefanski talking to the media. This is coming from Mary Kay Cabot on what you were talking about from that report from the NFL networks. TLC, is this good to spin, or are we just going to wing it and see what happens? Exactly. Go ahead and play it if you got it, man.
Trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. You know, they called us, and you know, it happened very fast and happened not too long ago. So still working through all roster type of things. I always have to be mindful of our players and our players' development, and you know, I want to make sure that I'm always doing what's best for our players and of course our team. But you know, with young players, I'm always thinking about last week making the change to Dylan. You have to think long and hard about that, because these are young players that you're so invested in their development. So I'll let the week play out and make a decision later on that.
Okay. So he wants to see a couple more practices or whatever that is before he names Shedeur the number 2 or number 3. That's where we're at, yeah.
Why would a guy from the practice squad leap a guy who's third string?
Only they know that. Who knows?
It just feeds more into the stuff you hear about Shedeur. The rec stuff. It just feeds it. It would be obvious that he would be the next guy up. I would think.
Well, let me float this idea, because I know with transfer quarterbacks now in college football, there's this role where you kind of want, if you're an experienced player, but you were a starter, but you're not very good, maybe there's a role for you as a backup somewhere. And so maybe it's something where it's whoever that would be that would jump Shedeur wouldn't be jumping him for the sake of being a future starter, but just for the sake of being some sort of bridge quarterback between Gabriel and Shedeur. Maybe he's being super honest about it, and maybe he isn't being cryptic. Maybe he's just saying look, we only want to play rookies when they are absolutely ready to play, and Shedeur's not ready for that right now.
Yeah.
I don't think that whoever would leapfrog him would be viewed as a better option for a 5-year plan, but maybe just for a 1-week plan, maybe.
All right. I mean,
I'm being his defense attorney right now, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe that simple that Stefanski's seeing him in practice every day, and he doesn't think he's ready.
Yeah.
He's a rookie. We're a handful of weeks into the NFL season. There's plenty of runway left for both he and Dylan Gabriel to get out there and showcase what they can do. But for Shedeur, he's if he's not next in line, he's right there. And I think he will get his chance, but I think that's the head coach kind of saying to us that everything that we ask our quarterback to do, maybe Shedeur hasn't checked all those boxes just yet. And I don't know if that's the
doesn't
worst
have the
thing.
experience.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing for a rookie at this point.
All right. So his wait continues. All right, 2 minutes, we come back with Schefter, and we'll ask him how this trade went down. And then the very important question, was this the only guy on their list to go after? Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
You know what my favorite place in the world to watch a game is? It's the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. This is Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle and I get to visit our favorite game-watching spot twice in 1 week. Sunday, October 12th, watch the Browns Steelers. Then Thursday, October 16th, we're back for the Steelers Bengals. I have Browns tickets, Pro Football Hall of Fame passes, and dining credits to give out during the games at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My sinks gurgle, they barely drain. The toilet overflowed. I plunge all day with no luck. What's wrong with this commode?
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
All right, that time of the week, ESPN senior NFL insider, our guy Adam Schefter, is on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fangus Hotline. Shefty, good to have you, my man.
Gentlemen, what is going on?
Well, they finally did it. The Jake Browning experiment was too much for Bengals' eyes, and they decided to go get themselves they traded for a 40-year-old quarterback. So talk to me about this being the only option or the right priced option, or what you heard on maybe they were knocking on other doors, because this had to surprise you.
Well, they were knocking on a bunch of doors. They explored a few different options, from what I understand. But I think that when you look at it in the end, this was the option that made the most sense and was the most affordable. Like, Joe Flacco is going to cost the Bengals $2 million roughly for the rest of the year. If you go and trade for Russell Wilson right now, it's $7 million. If you trade for Kirk Cousins, it's a lot of money, depending on what the Falcons are going to eat, right? And so in this particular case, I think you weigh the financial cost and the talent and the experience and how he would fit in the quarterback room and all those things, and they ultimately decided that for what they had to give up, what they had to pay, for all those reasons, that they felt like Joe Flacco was the best option right now.
Well, Shefty, did they call the Giants in Atlanta? Were those the teams?
I'm not saying they didn't, but I'm unaware that they did. How about that?
It's interesting to us because clearly they wanted an upgrade. Clearly they're not ready to just ride out Jake Browning and decide whatever the season's going to be, it's going to be based on him. I know it's an entire team and the defense has sucked too, but clearly they wanted to upgrade, but only to a certain point. That's what makes it kind of interesting, is that, like, what are they going to really get out of Flacco other than age, experience, maybe a better arm, smarter? I mean, they are checking a few boxes, but their offensive line has not protected Browning, and he's been bad decision-making because of it. And so they only wanted to upgrade to a point. Like, so if you're saying they may have called other people, they were just hoping for somebody to just give them a bargain price?
Yeah, again, I just think that you're factoring in all the reasons, and you're coming up with. It's not a decision of who's the best quarterback. Like, again, Kirk Cousins might make the most sense, but he's making $27 million this year, 30%. So the balance of his contract is $21 million. What would Atlanta be willing to pay? What would the Bengals? So, and by the way, he's got a no trade clause. Like, he'd have to agree to go to Cincinnati. His kids have already enrolled in school. Is he willing to do that? Like, there's a lot to it. It's not just like, okay, we like Kirk Cousins, we're trading for him.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that, and I agree with that. And I remember saying that right when Joe got hurt, that would have been a very expensive option that I didn't see them doing. I'm just trying to look at maybe some other people that, Anthony Richardson or even Dalton coming back. Bridgewater's name got thrown out. Garoppolo. Like, there are maybe some other guys that weren't as old. I don't know if they're better than Flacco. Maybe they're not. Maybe this is something to steady the ship. I was saying yesterday, maybe they only have to win 7 games before mid-December to make Joe motivated to see if he's healthy enough to come back. But
yeah.
But I don't know. So there were no other names within that price range that you think were realistic for them to try outside of Flacco.
Well, no, they checked on other people. The way it was told to me is that they had 3 or 4 options. That's what it was told to me that they were checking on.
Okay.
That's how it was explained. 3 and Andy Dalton was not somebody that they called about. That I can tell you.
Okay. Let's stay in the AFC North. What's the word on the street about Lamar Jackson and his availability this week, or do you think they're going to wait and let him get through their bye week next week?
But that to me is the guess going in, right? Let's see if and what he does this week, but I would guess he's not playing this week. That's my guess on Wednesday, and I would guess that based on the fact that he was obviously hobbled when he hurt it against Kansas City, didn't practice at all last week. They have a bye week next week. It just makes sense. Like, you know what? They're not thinking of it. Let's get ready and let's do our best to win this game Sunday against the Rams at home. But we really need to focus on making a push in the last 11 games of the season once we get through the bye. Let's hopefully get some reinforcements back. Let's hope Lamar's hamstring's healthy enough to play, and let's see if we can get something done in the second half. I think that's the most logical course of action. Again, I'm sure Lamar is going to want to play and push to play, but my guess is he doesn't play. And then the question becomes, do they start Cooper Rush again, or do they go with Tyler Huntley?
What are you hearing about Cleveland's pecking order now? They only have Gabriel and Shedeur, I guess, on the active roster. There's been no news, not that they want to go back to Deshaun because they're trying to find their future. Bailey Zappi, is he off the practice squad? Like, what do you expect to hear about the pecking order?
I thought it was a little unusual today that they asked Kevin Stefanski about it, and he didn't want to say that Shedeur is number 2.
Yeah, we were surprised too.
So the fact that happened to me is something where I say, well, maybe they're going to promote Bailey Zappi as a veteran and have him be the 2, and they just don't want to say that yet. Like, usually if something's happening and it's obvious, they just say it. They Shedeur's going to be. He didn't say that. That's not what he said. So you're like, okay, well, what's that about? And we'll see later in the week, but I'm not going to be surprised if Shedeur is not number 2. Certainly, there's only a couple of options right now. It's going to be Shedeur. It's going to be Bailey Zappi, right?
Yeah. Yep, that's it, Schefter. So we got the Eagles, right? 4-1 football team coming off winning the Super Bowl. You look at the record, you would think the vibes and the energy would be really good, but now we got reports coming out of Philly that Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, they had a meeting, as kind of the faces of the franchise. Schefter, what's your understanding of the relationship between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown? Because this is just continuing to follow them week in and week out, even though they have a really good record right now.
Yeah, well, they're the defending world champs. They live in a market where there's a lot of attention, and they haven't played their best football. Their offense has performed below average, below expectations. We've had the wide receiver tweet about how much he's being used or not being used and explain it. And so the Eagles last week made a conscientious effort to get him and their receivers the football, which resulted in them running the football only 11 times all game, including once in the second half. So now they've gotten away from their run game, and it just seems like it's not flowing naturally. And now, again, I think what people don't fully factor in is how difficult it is to have a new offensive coordinator, a first-time NFL play caller, be broken in. Kevin Patullo is their new offensive coordinator, replaces Kellen Moore. And just think about you guys when you started these jobs the first time and spent your first year on the job. Probably you're figuring things out, like how do we get to break? What makes a good segment? How do we keep it rhythmic? How do we keep it flowing? What works? What doesn't work? And it takes time in any line of work, whether it's yours, mine, somebody listening today, to figure out how a job is done right. There are only 32 play callers in the NFL. It's a hard job. There's an art to it. And I just don't think that Kevin Patullo has learned the finer points of it just yet.
The Cardinals find their coach? This wasn't the NFL stepping in or anything?
Well, my understanding is obviously the NFLPA was complaining about it. And so do I think the Cardinals would have fined him if it was just them left to their own? I would guess no.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think the NFLPA was not happy with it. I'm sure the NFL was not happy about it. I'm sure everybody wants something to be done. And in the end, I don't know the chain of command and exactly how it unfolds, but the Cardinals fined him $100,000. Do I think that Michael Bidwell wanted to do that? My guess would be no.
It was interesting for me to see Odell Beckham Jr.'s name pop up in a headline yesterday that he's being suspended for 6 games. He's accepting this suspension because he still wants to play. Schefter, am I reading that right? What's going on here?
I guess. But the thing is, he could have accepted it last year and been done and served his time. So now, this year, he's got to serve the 6 games, and now you're into week 12. So could he, come back and play? We'll see how that goes.
All right, my man. Good stuff as always. But you back to the original question. Did that kind of blow you away? I think this trade is only good for us, like Browns-Bengals. I wish they were playing much sooner than the last week of the season where we could actually have a little drama. I think it is what it is. Nobody thinks Flacco can truly keep them afloat, but we'll see. Maybe it'll energize the room. But on your radar screen, that was a shock because we've asked you for weeks after Burrow went down. You think they'll try to get somebody? And I think you were right. They were going to ride out Browning. I thought that was a good idea until they realized that he couldn't. He's just making horrible decisions, and they needed to spark the room. But where did the Flacco trade land for you on your radar? Like, how surprising?
I mean, look, I knew something was coming after the game when Zach Taylor was non-committal to him after the game and on Monday. So I didn't know that it would be Joe Flacco, but you knew that something was happening there. You just knew, right? And then I checked into it, and the sense in the building was, there's a lot of things they're evaluating, going through options. And I still thought that, they could turn back to Jake Browning. So, yeah, I mean, it's mildly surprising, but you knew that something was going on.
Yeah. Pack your bags and take a drive down I-71. That's what they told him. Unreal. All right.
Exactly.
My man, good stuff. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Adam Schefter, senior NFL insider for ESPN. He was on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fangus Hotline. We switch gears. College. A coach defending the culture at his school after the latest flop. We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts, no for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
October 10th, 11th, and 12th brings the Columbus Italian Festival's 45th anniversary to the streets of Italian Village. Cheer a bocce tournament, step to Italian line dancing, or be enthralled with Italian music. Everywhere. Free parking at Columbus State. Hop on the free shuttle to the festival grounds. Many wait all year for the 3 days to devour one of the best voted pizzas in the region. Skip the line. Buy tickets online and save $3 at ColumbusItalianFestival.com. Come for the pizza. Stay for the festival.
Holiday gifting is a good deal better when you shop early holiday deals at Meijer. Save $40 on a Keurig K-Slim single-serve brewer. Save 25% on Room and Retreat Collection Cold Weather Throws. Get 30% off select Hasbro board games. And get 50% off select Hatchimals Alive toys. Bring more happy to the holiday season with early holiday deals at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Bills piling up? CME can help you wrap up your debt into one simple, manageable signature loan with rates starting as low as 8.75% APR. Let CME help you unwrap peace of mind. APR from 8.75%. Terms and eligibility apply. Visit CMEFCU.org.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
At Highbank Distillery, they believe every pour should tell a story. Their Whiskey War spirits tell the story of Prohibition in every sip and was awarded the best blended whiskey in America 3 years running. Enjoy Highbank's nationally recognized spirits distilled right here in Ohio. Drink the best. Forget the rest. Learn more at highbankdistillery.com.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news. We're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The perfect ratio of sports talk, dogs, pro wrestling, and gambling advice.
It's science.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, speaking of dogs, we'll drop puck on Hockey and Hounds today in about 12, 13 minutes with Z.
Let's go. Go.
And we'll start the season tomorrow at Nashville.
He's
not going to give up who's going to start in net. I'll ask, but he's not going to do it. Sure he knows. I guarantee they're splitting these two games. I mean, unless somebody starts and blanks Nashville and they're like, okay, let's ride the heater. But you're coming back on Monday. Home opener will be big.
Okay, Jersey,
who's starting the home opener? Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah.
Good team, good defensive team, good team. Probably top 10 team.
Okay.
So,
nice little test.
I'd love to see them get started on a good note here because the road record was atrocious. And it's the one thing that could separate them from last year is to get a little more equal footing on road ice. Yeah. So you got to split these. If you can get both, amazing.
Because then you'll have 3 in a row at home after that, right?
That's right.
Devils,
by the way,
and Tampa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so serious stuff. So you actually really do have to get off to a good start. Yeah. So we'll have Z at 102. All right. So this story about Sark, I don't even know if it's even a story.
Then let's make it a story.
Let's try to make it a story. He's defending a very proud program. He's defending it, though, the way a guy who really, he shouldn't be defending it this way. It feels excuse-like. There may be reasons, but let's hear it.
I'm just curious how so many people, including myself, could be wrong about your team, and how stunned are you?
I don't know if I'm stunned. I mean,
Take the other, how many teams are there in college football? 130, 36? Take the other 135 and have them go play at Ohio State and at the Swamp. See how they do.
Okay, so he set him up to be defensive.
Question was a little spicy.
Question was great.
Yeah, a little spicy.
Because the season...
I'm just curious how so many people, including myself, could be wrong about your team. And
how could we all be so wrong
so
about your
he's
team?
basically saying to him, season's over. We were wrong. You guys aren't what they said you were going to be. You guys aren't what you said you were going to be. You are preseason number one for the first time in school history. This is what's going through his mind. And there's star power everywhere. And so I love the question because it put him on his heels right away. And instead of doing what a coach normally does, which is say, you know what? We're 5 weeks in. You want to write us off? Write us off. I'm not quitting. We're not quitting. Nobody's quitting.
They wrote me off, but I ain't right back, though. Take a page out of the Geno Smith playbook.
We got a game in Oklahoma or wherever they're playing it.
Yeah, that's this weekend. Tough.
I'm going to be there. Like, that's what more coaches should. They wouldn't buy into this. We were wrong. Sark actually bought into the question,
and also,
which is we just lost to good teams.
Right. And you can't play that card of the venues you've played in when you're Texas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this was a lesser program, then you can go down that road of, hey, man, we're just up against it. You go to the shoe, you go to the Swamp. Like, no, like you said, you're preseason number one. You have the preseason Heisman winner, the number one draft pick, and all of those things. And I think they're going through the growing pains on the fly. We talked about it going into that game. They lost a whole bunch of offensive linemen. You look at what just happened this past Saturday against Florida. They gave up 6 sacks, and you got a quarterback to where you can see the flashes that he's good, but you can also see that he's still a young quarterback. And so I agree with everything you said off the top about a head coach. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, you know what he's doing,
Ain't nobody
Manny?
got time for it.
He's not really truly wrong.
You just can't say it.
Well, you know what he's doing in my mind? He's already trying to feed the committee.
Yep.
He's already saying, hey, I'm not saying absolve us from losing 2, but we lost by a combined 15 points on the road at Florida and Ohio State.
Strength of schedule talk already.
Like, well, what
just means more down
that's
there.
What I'm saying. I don't blame him, but it's not the go-to move.
I blame him because I don't want to hear a head coach saying that.
It's not like they got embarrassed.
I don't want.
In
No,
either game.
I know that, but I don't want to hear the head coach from Texas saying, what he just said there. I want to play this for you real quick because I think James Franklin went down a similar road after their embarrassment against UCLA. But you let me know what you think about these comments from James.
Obviously, we did not handle last week's loss well. We also lost some players in that game during the week. And then everything else, the travel, everything else. Did not come out with the right energy to start the game. And before you know it, obviously they get a touchdown drive and an onside kick, and now you're fighting. They gain confidence, and we're fighting for the next 3 quarters. So that's my responsibility, and I didn't get it done.
All right, at least at the end.
He cleaned it up.
At least at the end, he said it's on me.
But what'd you think of in the middle of we lost a couple guys, the travel, like that part for me, like, while, yes, they're real, I just don't think you say those things as a head coach because to me that's excuses.
Anything other than this is on me. I didn't have my team prepared. We got beat. I'll take all the responsibility.
Credit to the opponent.
This isn't on our players.
Yep.
This is on our coaches. And I'm the target. Open season on me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
Anything other than that for him. Sark actually had some reasonable stuff. Like, take all the team. Take Miami. Take Oregon. Take any of these teams. Put them in the Swamp. Put them in Columbus. And see if they can run the table. Like, he's probably not wrong. And I think he's now feeling the heat of a team that doesn't have a get-out-of-jail-free card anymore.
No, and
if Texas loses a third, they're going to need a lot of help.
Yeah, a lot of help.
And they're going to need wins over ranked teams.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going. I'm glad you brought that up because this week it's a rivalry game against Oklahoma. I don't know whether or not John Mateer is going to play in this game. We shall see. But there's still Vandy, a trip to Georgia, and a home game against Texas A&M on deck.
Make no mistake. The committee, I'm not calling them straight bias, but there's going to be an appeal at 12 and 13 if one of them is Arch Manning and one of them is
I buy into that.
I'm just telling you, if one of them is Georgia Tech and one of them is Arch Manning,
Texas.
I'm just saying there's going to be a chance.
Georgia Tech beat Clemson.
That is true. That's not how it should be, AR, but you're right. Like the brand moves the needle. The last day moves the needle. They were in the playoff last year, made a deep run, all of that. But they got
still
work
have to sell
do.
it. They have to. The committee has to be able to sell you on something. And right now they can't sell you. The chair cannot come out and say, you know what? They lost a close one to Ohio State. It was week 1. They lost a close one at the Swamp, and they wound up beating Georgia on the road. And, they have a chance.
They have to sell,
but they got to help themselves.
And they can't sell it to us X and O-wise right now either because, they're not wiping the floor with teams that they should be dominating either. So
if Mateer doesn't play, beating them isn't probably going to move it as much as they need it to be moved.
And I think there's also a bias in recruiting. I think there's just this general understanding of, if you take a Texas's resume versus a Georgia, just use Georgia Tech, for example. If you put their resume side by side, I think there's just this general assumption, Texas probably has better players.
Right.
Whether they
do.
Put it on the field all the time, different story. Yeah. But there's this bias, too, of well, we know that Texas probably has more draft picks and more this and more that. So, for any given Saturday, they'll probably win.
Hockey and Hounds up next, top of the hour. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Dormar, you're pilot hero.
Ohio Credit Union Business Banking is there whether you need a loan to grow your operations or cash flow solutions to keep things moving forward. Real talk about what matters to your business. Visit telohio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Ohio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Ohio State University Army ROTC isn't just a curriculum. It's more than just a path to a degree. For more than 150 years, we have been forging tomorrow's leaders. Here you will find your purpose, your mission, your ROTC family. At Ohio State, you're not just joining Army ROTC, you're stepping into a history of excellence that spans generations. Learn more at arotc.osu.edu. Buckeyes lead the way.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a refreshing mountain dew. So give me my goodness. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation.
Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale with same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
You're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Big Ten Hoops, Ohio State men's picked 9th in the league's media poll. Guard Bruce Thornton was named preseason All-Big Ten. Ohio State women's picked to finish 5th. Guard Jelani Cambridge was named preseason All-Big Ten. Today, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor named Joe Flacco the starter for Sunday's game versus the Packers at 4:25. Flacco helped the Browns to a win over the Packers 3 weeks ago. MLB playoffs, Mariners, Brewers, Blue Jays, and Dodgers can advance to the championship series with wins today. Mariners visit the Tigers at 3:08, Brewers at Cubs at 5:08, Blue Jays at Yankees at 7:08, Phillies at Dodgers at 9:08. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Hockey and Hounds.
Sponsored by Telhio Credit Union.
Now joining the boys, the lead dog on the blue line, Zach Werenski.
All right, he is back. And this is going to be an intro because the All-Star, the Norris Trophy runner-up, just the 9th NHL defenseman in nearly 30 years to finish with at least 80 points, 23 goals, franchise record for a defenseman, led the NHL in average ice time, miles skated. Well, all you got to do is better than that, Zach. There you go. There's the line, my man. Good to have you back.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. It's good to be back.
What are your expectations for this road trip? I won't go to the season because I think I thought you had the quote of camp, which is, if it's not a playoff team, it's a failure for this group. Well, why don't we start there? What is your true motivation for saying that? Is that you know what you have? You're building off last year, the run you made. Tell me about the motivation to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I just genuinely believe that. I think if you look around the East and you look around the whole league, it's pretty wide open, right? Outside of a couple of teams, you kind of know are going to make the playoffs just based on how they're built and whatnot. I feel like there's a number of spots up for grabs, and I feel like for us, it was kind of reestablishing ourselves last year as a team that can compete. Now it's changing our mindset into, being a playoff team. And I feel like we have to have that mindset from game one, and we have to believe that. I feel like when you believe it early on and you believe, you can play with anyone and have that confidence, it just helps your group. So I look at our team, I look at our core. We were, one game short last season, and I genuinely believe we have all the pieces to be a great hockey team, and I feel like it's just having that mentality now that we're a playoff team and we have to make it, and I think that only helps your group. So that's kind of what motivated me to say that.
Z, it's good to hear from you again, man, and appreciate your time as always during the season. I want to lock in on maybe a guy or two that you think's had a really good offseason and preseason that you think is going to carry some good momentum into the regular season that starts tomorrow. Is there a guy or guys that you look at right now that you think are really to help the team out in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to name one or two. I think a lot of guys had good summers. I feel like everyone kind of had the same mindset as me, and that's just to get better and get us back to the playoffs. So everyone came into camp ready to go. I mean, obviously it's huge having Boone Jenner back. He got hurt in training camp last year, so it's nice to have him for a full camp and the start of the season. Charlie Coyle looks great right now. It's a great addition for our group. And then obviously our young guys seem to all take steps. Silly looks really good. Fance, KJ, Marchie, I mean, everyone came ready to go, and should give us a lot of confidence going into tomorrow night that we can play with anyone. And like I said earlier, we can be a playoff team.
He's our guy, Zach Werenski, Hockey and Hounds, brought to you by Tel Higher Credit Union, our friends here on Hockey and Hounds, and we'll feature our adoptable here in moments. Fabs, you got to run with him a little bit. He seems to be a really, I don't know if it's a perfect line mate, but tell me about Dante Fabro and then the pairings on the blue line and what you guys hope to bring. It's a similar group. Certainly there'll be some challengers, but tell me about the defense, where you think it is right now and your line mate to start the year.
Yeah, no, I loved playing with Fabs last year. I'm really happy he got locked up for a number of years. It's very well deserved on his end. Obviously tough situation getting waived from Nashville, but he handled it awesome coming here and the way he played and the way he helped me. So big fan of that. I think our D-core, we have 5 veterans that are in our lineup tomorrow night, and then we have Matejchuk, who's a great young D. And, I think for us it's being more consistent. I feel like we have a great D-core. We were just inconsistent last year with how we played. Some nights was really good defensively, some nights wasn't. So I think if we can just be more consistent, we have the veterans, we have the experience, we have the skill, we can be a really, really good D-core, and I'm excited about it. I mean, everyone's healthy right now. Everyone's pushing for ice time in spots, and everyone wants to be in the power play in different situations. We have guys that can do that. So I think it's healthy competition, and I think for us, it's just being as consistent as we can. We have enough skilled forwards that are going to score goals, and for us, it's just keeping it out of our net. So really, really excited about it.
You mentioned the net situation. Let's talk about the goaltending and what we may see starting tomorrow. What have you observed about the two Elvis and Jed and what's being kind of figured out on the fly there, Z? Just take us behind the curtain a little bit of what you've been seeing from the goaltenders right now.
Yeah, the goalies look great. I really have no idea who's going to play tomorrow. I don't really know what their plan is, but we have the total confidence in either guy in the net. So I think that's a great problem to have, and it's one less thing for us players to worry about, right? Whoever's back there, we have confidence, and both came into camp ready to go and wanting that starter's job, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of both of them. So it's great for our team, it's great for our group, and I think it's great for them as well to have that healthy competition, and it seems like they're getting along great, pushing each other, and yeah, really excited to see what they can do.
Well, good. It's good to hear it. Yeah, I would expect that certainly the way Jet played at the end of the year, he's earned this opportunity to challenge for the top job, and it probably lit a little bit of a fire under Elvis as well, who, won you, 25, 26 games last year, but certainly have you noticed that it's kind of lit a fire under him a little bit, or what are your observations of how he's handled kind of this new guy pushing him?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it perfectly, right? Like obviously there's Jet coming in that's going to push him, but I think it's great, and I think it has lit a fire under Elvis. He looks really dialed in right now. It's healthy competition. That's what you want all throughout your lineup. We have that up front, we have that on D, and now we have it in net. And I think when guys are pushing you for, ice time, jobs, whatever it is, it brings out the best in guys, and it seems like we have that all through our lineup right now, and especially in net. So Elvis looks great, Jet looks great, and whoever's in net tomorrow night, we have that much confidence in, and excited to play in front of them.
So last year when we talked to you, Z, we got a little peek behind the curtain to the fantasy football league that was happening with you and the boys over there. Is the fantasy football league happening again this year, and are you the leader in the clubhouse right now?
It's happening. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not the leader. I'm not last. Severson's last right now. He's not doing so hot, but yeah, my team's pretty banged up. I'm just trying to tread water until they get healthy, but I have some wiggle room because Sevo's team's so bad.
How many guys are in the league?
We have 12 teams, but 13 guys. We almost kicked Kent Johnson out for being a bad GM last year, so him and Fantilli are splitting a team this year. So there's 13 guys. 12 teams.
Were they not updating their roster, or was it like weird trades, or what made him a bad GM?
Yeah, weird trades and just not really knowing what's going on. He was trading for guys that were hurt all year, and it was just I had to kind of. I'm the commissioner, so
okay.
We split his team this year. So this year he's an assistant GM to Fantilli.
League integrity is where I'm glad you have that set. There has to be some league integrity. Where were you drafting? What number? You remember?
I think I was drafting 6th this year. I have a couple leagues, but in the CBJ one, I was the 6th draft.
All right, so let's predict were you PPR?
Yeah, PPR.
Okay.
I got CD, and then obviously he's hurt, and then I had James Conner, and he's done for the year. So,
you're down bad, Z. Right, you're down bad, man.
Hey, I know, it is what it is.
We buried the lead. Congrats on the wedding.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
How's married life? Awesome. How's married life treating you?
It's been great. I mean, honestly, like it's not much different, but in a weird way, everything just feels better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Congrats, man. That's awesome. We have helped so many adoptables, and we're going to continue to do it with your help, Bo's help, and everybody's help. And we just have a real affection for these animals. And the one that I would like to showcase to start us off is from New Albany Pet Rescue. My friends over there, wonderful foster group. This is a dog that a lot of people tell me, Zach, I want a doodle. I got to find a doodle. And I can't find one. Help me find one. Well, Cooper, and for our YouTube watchers, he's on the screen. Cooper is just an absolute awesome 1.5-year-old. He's got a big heart, big frame, about 60 pounds. He's up to date on his vax. He's microchipped. He knows his basic commands. He loves to learn. He's doing well on the leash. He's working on getting comfortable in his crate when his foster leaves. Loves the car. But he is awesome. He's good with people. He's playful with other pups. He's smart. And I think he would make an awesome dog for somebody. He's just affectionate, and he's always up for an adventure. And he's been in foster for about 3 weeks, and he's making great progress. And just with continued love and structure, he's going to be fantastic. So I want people to go to napetrescue.org. That's napetrescue.org if you want to apply for Cooper, the 1.5-year-old doodle. And he loves to learn, and I think he's going to be a great dog. I think we still have. Zach, you still there?
I heard a little doom.
Yeah, I think we lost him. Yeah. All right. So we lost him for that. But this is the dog that we are going to highlight today, Cooper. And if you want to meet Cooper, the adoption application is napetrescue.org, or get with me here at the Fan, and I will set up a meet and greet. And he is just fantastic. I look at him on the screen, and I was just like in love with this guy.
Brings a smile to your face.
He really does.
Yep.
So if you want to meet Cooper, fill out that app or get with me, and we'll set up a meet and greet, and you can find your new best friend in this 1.5-year-old doodle named Cooper. All right. That's Hockey and Hounds, brought to you by Telhio. You can count on the Fan, obviously, all year for Hockey and Hounds. You can count on my friends at Telhio for all your personal and business banking needs. They've been proudly serving Ohio since 1934. Telhio is Columbus's hometown credit union. You know how much I love them and their support for us. Learn more at telhio.org. We come back with ins and outs. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at
More and more these days, people who are in pain are trying to take control of their health. They want to look beyond the traditional medicine of going to just a normal doctor. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. People just like you and me are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, surgery, right here in Columbus, Ohio at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by the highly regarded orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains many tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team will get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells that are involved. By putting these natural elements to work, your body, it can revitalize your joints, literally using your own body's biologics to heal you. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay, no drugs, it's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. So if it's knees, backs, hips, whatever it may be, give QC Kinetics a call for your free consultation. 380-208-4544, 380-208-4544, QCkinetics.com/Columbus.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to VanscoyHair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit VanscoyHair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Other stations in town have started using AI voices. It's because they're cheap and they think you're stupid. Well, we may think you're stupid, but we don't think you're cheap, damn it. We're live and local with real people. The Fan, Ohio's real human destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Finally feeling more like fall than we have in a while. We'll see plenty of sunshine today, but temperatures only topping out in the mid to upper 60s. We get pretty cold tonight with mostly clear skies overnight. Lows will be down into the mid to upper 30s in some spots to low 40s. And then for Thursday, plenty of sun in the forecast, but even cooler with our highs in the mid to low 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
Indeed. Yes, Matty?
Oh, don't mind me. Roman Reigns is on TV right now. So I have
you were asking a question.
No. It's just when you have to acknowledge your tribal chief when you see him. So Roman Reigns is live on TV right now on ESPN. So I must throw up the one.
He has authority over you?
Do not mind me. Do not mind me. I like living on the island of relevancy, which he created. So I would like to stay there. So I'm going to acknowledge my tribal chief Roman Reigns right now by having a one-up in this segment. Go ahead, TLC.
How does he acknowledge you, though?
He doesn't.
You going to hold it up the whole segment?
I'm going to try. As long as he's
Shoulder's
up there.
Gonna get Is sore. That what they do?
Yeah, when he comes out, he comes out. This is the thing. You throw up the ones, everybody in the arena. So
For the whole time?
No, not for the whole time. Okay. But I'm going to do it and see if I can make it through this segment. So I'm acknowledging my tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Go ahead, TLC. What do you got?
When I think of you, I think of tribal. Today's In or Out Howie. We got some breaking news. Zach Taylor has named Joe Flacco the starting quarterback for Sunday. So are you in or out on starting a quarterback 5 days after you acquired him?
All right. Thinking this through, and the answer has to be yes. Because you traded for him, which means that you don't think the current guy is good enough.
Yeah.
So to let the current guy go out there, and I guess if you started Jake and somehow he played really well against Green Bay, even in a loss, then you got Joe looking over the shoulder again. Yeah, I think you got to throw him in. We've seen this now for a few games. His decision-making against Detroit was awful. I haven't taken him off the hook completely because I think part of his bad decision-making is the fact he's not getting good blocking. But this makes sense. You traded for a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's not ideal, right? It really isn't. I'd love to drop him in their next Thursday division game against Pittsburgh, but they got to go. They got to go. We talked about it yesterday, around them outside of their division. You look at, the South and the West, it can get crowded when we talk about a potential playoff picture. So he's got to come in right now and try to help them out as much as they can. And I think there's something there for Zach Taylor probably looking at. He's played them already, that being the Green Bay Packers. So this is an opponent where he knows some of their tendencies. But this is just going to come down to, can the offensive line protect? Which right now, the answer to that is no. And so it's just about finding those spots throughout the game to where when the pocket is clean, he can get it to their playmakers. And so Chase and Higgins, I'm sure, are feeling pretty good about this, but I'm in on it, TLC, but I don't necessarily love it.
This is how I usually answer this question.
My shoulder's cooked.
Hey, you did good. That was a good run.
Minutes.
It was a good run.
Yep.
This is how I usually answer this question, and I answer this question when the Browns named Gabriel as the starter versus my Vikes. So let's all put on our Green Bay hat.
Little cheese head right now?
Who would you... Yes, Whiskey Paul, cheese hat.
Elegant Farmer.
Shout out McQuantico, the Elegant Farmer.
Yep.
Thanks for the sausages.
Thanks for the sauce.
There's a drop.
Oh,
all right.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It was plural. You're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
It was
Thanks
plural.
for being one of them.
It was plural.
Oh,
you're good.
Oh, man.
How would we answer this if you're the Packers? We're not sweating either guy. That's number one.
No, we're chilling. We're good.
But if the Packers were choosing who the Bengals would start, who would they want?
Flacco.
I don't think so.
You think they want Browning?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because you think there's some sort of mystery?
No, he didn't play great against them. I just think the experience.
You think the Packers are like, hey, this guy beat us.
Yeah, but...
It's a little something. You think he's spooking Green Bay a little bit?
I mean, maybe Jordan Love's deer in the headlights right now, but I don't know about the defense. Because, look, they still have to execute their own game plan, regardless of what the Packers do.
James Rapine said the Bengals sent a car to pick up Flacco and his wife yesterday. Zach Taylor jumped on the call. He began studying the offense on the way to Cincinnati. So it's, 3.5 hours?
Send a PJ
so,
to that? Can't send a PJ to get him? What are we doing? That to me
said they sent a car.
That's tough. We got to send a
3.5 hours?
Yeah, we got to send a bird for that.
Oh, nice limo, a town car.
I'm Joe Flacco. I'm like, really?
He's not driving. It's more convenient. You can throw stuff in there. You don't have to deal with, the private jet. You don't have to deal with TSA.
That's me being bougie, AR. You know how I am about road trips when I get to that 3 hour,
Matty,
that 3 hour line.
He got traded.
You wouldn't make that drive.
Matty. He got traded to the Bengals. You're thinking they're sending a private jet?
I thank you for reminding me.
He was lucky to get it right. They probably said, the weather's fine. Can you hoof it?
Oh, man.
All right. I think the Packers fans would say, give us more of Browning.
After what they've seen with him just... It's nasty. It was nasty work from Jake Browning. I'm going to stay with Flacco, though. I think they want to see the old man.
Are you in or out? Or let me rephrase this, because now we know how it turned out. Were you in or out on the LeBron second decision teaser being legit at the time? Now we know it was a farce.
I would be lying if I didn't think that this was... I put a small percentage on the retirement thing. I think at this point in his career, I think we all had to do that to some degree. The favorite on the board was some type of new business venture, which this was, with Hennessy. And look, he did a good job because everybody was talking about it. And so regardless of what it was, he got eyeballs on it. I want to try, though. I do want to try the Hennessy, so I will say I'm in on it. But the whole campaign
I'm into a little bit of the... He was never just going to say, I'm out. There was always going to be a farewell tour. But I'm not going to tell you... First of all, this never got on my radar. This whole decision, too. I never saw it.
Do you follow LeBron?
On what?
Twitter?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's why.
Twitter.
But it never got on my radar. But if it had...
Yeah.
I probably would have thought, okay, maybe he is announcing this is going to be my last season, and that's okay. But I never thought this was going to be a pull the plug, I'm out. And so...
Not before, right. Playing is what you're saying. He would play out the year. I think
so. Whatever his second decision was going to be, I could see if this time of year he could have said, hey, I'm going to announce this is my final year.
Whatever.
I'm 40 years old, 23, right?
It's crazy.
And by the way, 23 year, 20, like... That would make sense.
For sure.
It would line up.
I think the announcement will come from either Nike or Shams, or maybe he goes back down the road and does another Players Tribune type of drop or something like that. Let me ask you this important question at the presser. And I think I know the answer to this. Do you follow Michael Jordan on Twitter? Oh, that's a bit of an upset. No. Okay.
I don't think so.
That's an upset.
Is he an active tweeter?
I honestly don't even know.
He's Jumpman 23?
Or is that the actual Jordan brand itself?
I think
Jordan is at Jumpman 23, but that might be just shopping and retail Nike stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the brand.
Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of businessy tweets.
He may not have a Twitter, AR. He might not. I don't know.
He's on a yacht somewhere.
Living his best life. Good for him.
I'm like TLC. None of these guys have authority over us.
That's right. That's Michael to me.
I just haven't been... I usually don't have to look to find... stuff on these guys. It usually
it's
just
interesting that nothing in your
retweet enough that I'll see it.
It's interesting that nothing in your algorithm kicked that into your social, but that's how social media is, because it was everywhere on my side.
I never saw this. I was sick though.
Yeah, you were.
When did this whole thing happen?
This was
it Wednesday into Thursday or
Monday?
Monday.
I think it was Monday.
Well,
I think it was Monday.
I was.
You were out there
not feeling great.
Yeah, golf fever.
Yeah.
And quick one.
Yep.
Are you in or out on rooting against the big brands just because? Like Cowboys, Lakers, Yankees?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
because they're usually the favorite.
Yeah. I like the heavyweights. I like the heavyweights.
Yeah, I'm an underdog guy.
I do.
Little fighting for the little guy. All right, we'll come back with our guy, Bobby Carpenter. Morning Juice, 2 minutes. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man here. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Fox Wednesday, The Floor has a game-changing new twist.
The category steal.
I'm gonna go for it.
Rob Lowe hosts The Floor. Then, 71 contestants are closer to the million.
Everyone needs to keep their cool, including you.
And the only thing in their way are seemingly simple games.
You must thread a needle you are not allowed to touch.
I've never been this stressed in my life.
Ken Jeong and Aaron Andrews host 99 to Beat.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
At the end of the day, the sun sets on Central Ohio, but stories are still unfolding. Every voice, every neighborhood, every question that still needs answers. Fox 28 News at 10 is there in the quiet moments and at the turning points, digging deeper, finding solutions, lifting up the communities that shape who we are. At the end of the day, you deserve a team that's on your side. Fox 28 News at 10, always on your side.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE for just $189 a month. You heard it, $189. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus or Dublin, or GLakesHyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10 miles per year, ends 11/3.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice on 97.1 The Fan.
Hoo-wah. All right, he's our guy, Bobby Carpenter, Morning Juice. And he's with us now on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. All right, tell me something good, my man.
Oh, man. Tell you something good. I mean, the Buckeyes are good. They've got a lot of things going on, and, people try to do different things. PJ Fleck thinks they're really good. I mean, I think he kind of was stumped there trying to figure out, hey, what should we do? So we started out playing like some deep, real soft zone. Thought that maybe we could do that. That would be okay. Well, then they kind of were dinking and dunking. They started running the ball for like 7 yards. So then we decided to play man, and then Carnell Tate turned us into a ribeye and just said, let him eat.
He's down 14-3, the Fleckmeister. He's down 14-3. It's 4th and 1 on his own 41. And I guess he's got to go for it there. It's 4th and 1, right? Anybody can't get a yard doesn't deserve to. And I guess Drake Lindsay thought he could get Lorenzo Styles to think he was going to keep it. Like, that's the weird play to me is they ran the RPO with their 6'5", 230-pound guy, and it was just a weird play, but I guess they couldn't run it into the teeth of Ohio State because it seems like nobody can right now. But that decision was probably everything I needed to know about what Fleck thought his chances were. Got to go.
Do you think that decision was bigger than LeBron's decision?
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah.
Quite a decision.
I honestly kind of feel bad for LeBron now. Like, whoever didn't tell him that that's the worst idea in the world, if he wouldn't, here's the thing.
Did it backfire that much? I just felt it.
I thought it was
just
ridiculous.
like a lead balloon. It just didn't.
That's my point. All you did was weaken a country today. I think all it did was it just diminished him. Like, I looked at that, I was like, dude, like, for $1, we're going to take one of the most controversial things that you've ever been a part of in your career, and you're going to publicize it like this and, like, hype it up, and then this is what it was, just for, a Hennessy promotion. I'm like, dude, if you wouldn't have said anything about it, and they could have had, like, a weekend update style with it, with, like, Colin Yost or something, and it would have been funny, then that would have been cool. But, like, saying I'm going to make a big announcement tomorrow at noon or whatever the heck it is, and then it's that, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, it was corny, especially when you got...
You're better than that.
Yeah.
Like, if
you
that
don't
was
need
Draymond
that to sell
Green...
it anyway. He'll probably sell it normally.
Yeah. Especially, Bob, when you got a potential retirement that's right around the corner.
Yes. That's my thing is, like, if that was Draymond Green, people are like, oh, okay, it's Draymond. But, like, could you ever imagine Michael Jordan doing that? Or, like, Kobe? I'm going to make this big announcement, and people are thinking that maybe I'm going to retire. But no, I'm just hawking some Hennessy, dog.
Who knows?
Like, it's all good.
Michael Jordan never had opportunities to do these things, so I don't know. But it was corny. That is for sure. I want to read you this tweet, and this comes from Dane Brugler. if I did a mock draft today, Arvell Reese would be somewhere in the top 12 picks. Good chance he's the highest drafted Buckeye defender since Chase Young in 2020. How's that feel? How you like that, Bob?
Higher than Caleb Downs? I thought Caleb Downs was supposed to be the best defensive player.
That's what Dane's saying right now.
Time for a switcheroo? Is that what it is? Even on the own defense? Here's the thing. Arvell Reese has been terrific this year. I know he's being mocked really high, and heck, maybe he's being mocked top 15. And if you're that, you probably got to come out. I think for his sake, he hasn't played like linebacker at a high level all that long. And not when I say at a high level, like he's just bounced on other positions. He came to school, wasn't a big-time recruited guy. Like him being a leader and being captain, I think would be important just for his overall development. So selfishly, I'd want to see him come back just because I think that there's more that he can develop himself as a player. Not that he wouldn't be a really good NFL player. I just think it would be good for his overall long-term just to get another year with James. And as then the front man of that defense, not Caleb, not Sonny, but Valley, and that dude. But he has been tremendous. The things, and I try to tell people with him and Sonny, the stuff you can do, just given their physical gifts, gives it, and how smart Patricia is and how smart those guys are. You can have a smart coordinator, but if you don't have smart players, it doesn't matter. And so how intelligent all of those guys are to pick all this up, it's been really special. And I'm excited to see if they can just keep holding people under double digits. That's really it. It's kind of crazy, but I think the record is 6 games for Ohio State, and this would be 6 this coming week. And so let's go, Bert. Let's see what you got.
You mentioned Caleb. I'm wondering, safeties don't usually get drafted crazy high, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe it's not he doesn't have the value. He certainly does, but I don't remember a safety going top 5, top 8.
It's been a while. It's been a real long time. A lot of time, the best safeties now, those guys are going in the teens or 20s.
Maddie and I had a minor debate on the Jonathan Gannon stuff. You've seen it? The sideline spat with the running back after he...
So let me ask you this. Was there anything more than the spat? Did he lean in and headbutt? I was trying to watch
he slapped him. He kind of...
Oh.
To me, it was...
Not in the face, Bobby.
Yeah,
he didn't slap him
not in the face.
No,
to me, I described it this way. It was almost like a you're better than that hit. Let's go. Get with it.
Okay.
Wake up. It was one of those to me. Maddie took it like he thought he crossed the line, and I was there with him that he certainly his toes were over the line. I'm not going to say that.
Real quick, but, I just thought, Bob, there was right at the end, a little not punch. It was a minor swipe. It was to DeMarcado, and I just think that can get dicey when emotions are high on the sideline like that. So that was the part of it that I didn't like.
I don't know what was being said before he did that. So there may have been something.
But either
that was
way,
more
to me, AR, I don't think a head coach should be putting his hands on a player like that. That's all. That was just. But Bob, you've been there. You tell us what you think of that.
That was a little aggressive on the way out because he kind of pops him on the way in.
Got in his face, certainly.
Yeah.
He's being consoled by another player. He's obviously feeling you know what,
Paris Johnson.
Here's the one thing I will say this, and I try to never judge. It's one thing if the dude would have wound up and hit him across the face or something, gave him a full Wayne Brady. Maybe he dropped out there. Is Jonathan Gannon got a smackabee? Is that maybe he said that to him? But knowing the relationship between those guys, knowing those guys, I don't know what that's like. And I know that there's guys that come out there Maddie, was that any more aggressive? As far as physically aggressive than Jim Harbaugh going out there and pounding on his players' shoulder pads before the game?
To me, it's more
intent.
Harbaugh's, I think, doing that more in the positive light, hyping guys up. That was a situation to where the emotions and the vibe was really bad. And I can understand him wanting to rip his player, which I'm all for verbally. But just the physicality, I thought at the end, which you touched on, was just a little too spicy. That was
and so that's what I'm saying. But as far as like the hit really wasn't any more aggressive than that. It's just the tone and manner of how it's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you're saying, like, yeah, when Harbaugh does that, it's positive. You got a dude going pounding 2 hands on your shoulder pads before. It's like a one-hand hit to the chest with some force to it.
The intention. Yeah,
it is the intention.
Well.
And it's probably over the line. I would like to hear like Jonathan Gannon. And here's the thing, like when he would talk and even say it publicly, just their relationship and how that works. And you know what? Maybe he's leaned in and he's believed in him a lot and like looking, and they have like a real intense relationship. I don't know. Maybe they don't have a relationship at all. And that's what I just try. I have a hard time judging like that in totality. Now, if he would have like done something that like would physically have injured him or like put his hand on his neck or something like that, that's completely different. I mean, these guys have pads on, so it's not like it was going to hurt him. But I do agree with you, Matt. It's like the emotion in which it surrounded it was not positive. And so, like, I would have rather him, like, as he's walking away, grabbed him by the V of his neck, spun him around, and put his, like, finger on him, and then, like, hugged him real hard, and then you could walk away, and then you're like, all right, well, that's kind of physically aggressive, but it ended in a hug. So there was, like, a positive end to it. So obviously they're good. So, like, there's so much interpretation because stuff happens on the sideline, guys. I mean, I've heard some things said back and forth between players and coaches and everything else, and you're like, oh, my gosh, like, and then you get in the locker room, it's all good. Like, hey, my bad out there. Like, no, it's good. It's in the game. We're all fired up. And so I get them finding him. It makes sense. I think that's probably about right. But I would just be curious as to, like, asking, you know, Paris Johnson, like, what's he really like? Or ask Marv, like, and what's their relationship really like with him? Because some of these coaches run hot with their players, but they're very engaged and involved with them. And so then the lines are a little more blurred because of that relationship that they have.
I agree with that. To me, it was more of it added a little more mental anguish to me, not physical. It had that condescending notion to it, but his guy is going in to make it 28-6 in the fourth quarter. There are livelihoods at stake here. These coaches' shelf lives are not crazy long. And the wins, they come too hard, man. They're hard. And I feel like the coach got emotional. The player was emotional in his own right because he screwed up. The coach was emotional because how in the world are you a professional doing that? And we see it done more often now, this not knowing where you are on the field at the time. Mistakes happen all the time. Fumbles happen. When you're intentionally giving up points like that, I could see where it would drive a coach insane. And it got him. He woke up the next day, thought about it, apologized, going to pay his fine, and here we go. The trade from Flacco to Cincy real fast. Doesn't seem like it moves the needle except in our part of the neck of the woods here, but he is going to start, and it feels more like a Cleveland story than it does even a Cincy story.
Well, because I think Cleveland, that's basically saying, hey, we're on to the young guys now. You know, like, people can say, oh, Shedeur didn't have a shot. Hey, if Dylan Gabriel breaks a shoelace, Shedeur Sanders going in the game. You know, like, will they bring him back, Huntley?
Well, he's not even number 2 right now. They wouldn't even name him number 2 yet.
Number 2. Well, listen.
Who does number 2 work for? They're putting Bailey Zappi maybe.
Zapped? You're getting zapped?
Exactly.
I mean, Rothman, I know you like a good number 2 label. You like a good number 2 on you, I heard. That label at least. But they're going to find out. They're basically saying we're going to find out who these guys are over the next 10 weeks or whatever. Cincinnati, here's the problem. The reason Joe got hurt and the reason why Browning hasn't been very good is your line stinks, okay? So you brought in a guy who's my age who, yeah, he can throw the football, but he can't move. So what's he going to be back there? Dude, Joe Flacco is going to end this season in a wheelchair, okay? That's basically how it's going to be how it ends. I mean,
Joe wants to play.
Yeah.
Joe wants to keep playing.
You know, they should have brought in, like, you had a better chance of bringing in some young guy who can just move. Like
That's what I said yesterday. I went for the mobility over the experience, maybe even the talent. I mean, somebody that can move.
Just get someone with a strong arm that can move and bomb it. Like, they should have.
Anthony Richardson.
Yes.
He's
you know what's
athletic
funny?
at least.
Thidoff and I talked about that. Like, Anthony Richardson would have been perfect. He can run around and just chuck it deep. He's got two great receivers. Can you just buy time and chuck it deep?
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins would have pulled their hair out trying to catch passes from Anthony Richardson. Bob, you know that. He's so inaccurate.
What are you talking about, Matt? He completed 50% of his passes in college.
Listen, their best offense can be a long punt. I don't care if he throws a pick.
I'm with you guys on the athleticism, but Anthony Richardson, like I didn't see that as a fit in that offense.
How about
That's
this?
all.
You just keep us afloat. It doesn't even have to be that great of a fit.
I think you drown with them.
Did you ever think about maybe bringing in Mr. Unlimited?
We did.
I wanted Jameis. That's who I really
He would cost a little more.
What are we talking about, man?
Well,
how much more?
$5 million
We're talking
more?
about we're talking about a pack of
$5
peanuts
million
going back
more.
and forth.
This is
we're talking about you're trying to make the playoffs, man. You were talking about the Super Bowl, and we're
talking
arguing
about
over
the
$5 million.
I said to Maddie, the Flacco's lucky he got a ride from Cleveland to Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Here's a bus ticket.
Yeah,
Jameis
Jameis might be the answer. Like, I guarantee you, he would have won you 4 games and lost you 4 games.
100%. It would have been entertaining, though.
And the fans would have shown up because, hey, he might throw for 550 and he might throw 5 picks. Like, it's all going to be in play for him. So exciting.
All right, brother. Be well. Talk to you soon.
You guys take it easy.
Thanks. Bobby Carpenter with us from the Morning Juice. He was on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fangast hotline. All right, we'll see if the spread is still where it was yesterday for Ohio State, Illinois. That's next in the Bulletin. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Parents, are your teens good with money? No. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's teach them. They get their own card, which they can add to their digital wallet, and you can monitor and set spending limits. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 in Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice Boneless Beef Chuck Roasts are on sale. Just $7.99 a pound with your card. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. All right, our fearless leader, Fish, fighting Illini, cheating Illini grad.
He's got the Illini quarter zip on.
He's got the quarter zip on.
Bright orange.
It's kind of a one of those older fleeces.
Okay.
I would call it a fleece that has a little more of a kind of a billowy kind of a. Gosh. Yeah. I'm putting a year on that. I'm putting an over-under year on that of like. Feels like something like 2007 and a half would be like a good year on that. What do you think?
I was going to go like 2015.
Sooner? Oh, okay.
Ish.
So you would be taking the over.
Yeah, I'll take.
Okay.
We'll have to ask.
Anyway, he was down here strutting around the hallways, and I said, how do you feel about him this week? Home, Champaign-Urbana? And he said, I don't think we scored 10 against Ohio State.
You think that's a mental hedge from him?
I think it's somewhat a mental hedge, and I helped him with his mental hedge. He said, you know what? I think you guys will score 10 against Ohio State. I do. I think if OU can make an extra point, they get 10. I feel like if Minnesota holds on to that open screen or that open slant early, they're probably getting to 10. I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
Oh, it won't be.
But
that's
he
for
said,
sure.
I said, you guys scored 43 at Purdue. You scored 34 against USC. It's not like you guys can't. I know this is Ohio State.
There's levels. There's levels to
scored
this.
45 at Duke. I know you had the disappearing act at Indiana. But you got 10 on them.
Bunch of injuries.
I said, I bet you do. I bet this is probably the first team that gets to double digits against Ohio State this year. And I said, what's on the line? He's like, dinner.
Oh.
And I said, and I started to think to myself, dinner?
Mm-hmm.
So the loser has to go to dinner?
I think it's a win-win for everybody.
I know. I was being funny.
Yeah.
He said, no, I'd owe you a dinner.
Okay.
Like together?
Yeah. Hanging out over a nice
or is
bottle
this like
of wine and
a
some
gift
steak?
card meal? Or I get to...
It sounds like you turned down this offer.
Yeah, did you accept?
I did.
You did accept?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I said Illinois will score at least 10 against Ohio State. And he said, perfect for me, because if they do, I'll be happy. And if they don't, I get a dinner.
So if he
That
does,
was a perfect mental hedge for him.
If he does win this bet, will you join him in dinner? Or are you going to give him a gift card? What's your plan?
Oh, no, it's up to him. If he wants to dine alone, I'll get him a dinner. If he wants to. Or
Which I'm not mad at. I do that every once in a while. I'm a diner.
Are you
alone.
really?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, but
I
at a fast casual, not like at a restaurant.
No, I'll go to a restaurant. But my rule is I will
bar?
never take up a table or a booth. I'm not that guy. I'll sit at the bar by myself.
I mean,
and eat at nice-
Chipotle, that kind of place, of course, you're in and out.
Oh, no.
But you're
I mean,
talking about going to a restaurant, getting the TV there, a bar, chatting up with the bartender.
Yeah, I'm into that. Like, I've done Olive Garden, a couple of different establishments where I go to the bar, but I'm not that guy.
Very nice.
That will take up an entire booth for myself. Like, I'm not.
You're a paying customer.
I'll sit at the bar.
Now, have you guys negotiated what kind of dinner we're talking? Because this could be one of those things where, like, if you owe him dinner, you say, okay, we're going to Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
Which is
open.
They're
Exactly.
closed. I think they're closed on Sunday.
That was a joke.
Okay.
And if you win, then you say, hey, I'm feeling like Ruth's Chris tonight. See you there.
Okay.
Have we negotiated what exactly the
No, the
budget
stakes
is on
have
dinner?
not been. Let's do that during the break.
It's an important question.
It is an important question.
Right there.
To me, I'm fairly. Where's my confidence level on that?
Yeah, put a number on it.
This is the only game that saves their season. They have to score 10 somehow.
Do they?
Do they?
I mean, this defense is
I know
so
they really
good,
are. It's
man.
14.5 still, by the way.
Okay.
Get your little computer ready. Ohio State is, let me give you the over-under.
Let me get my dial-up internet.
49.5.
49.5. Oh, wait. I know what you're doing now.
Give me the team total, sir.
What you're doing now.
Because I have a feeling.
49.5. You said it was a 14.5 point spread?
That's right. Don't forget about the 14.5 point spread, rat.
Divided by 2.
If anybody got that reference, congratulations.
You get a dinner from AR as well.
Plus 14.5. 32 to 17.5.
There you go.
It's interesting, right? Because this Ohio State defense, one of the strengths amongst many is their red zone defense right now. And so that's tough, right? You can get up and down the field, but when you get to that 20-yard line and, beyond, can you cash in? Not a lot of teams have done that. And so I don't think any team's done that.
I'll tell you what Vegas thinks of this bet. They think I'm going to be on the winning side. Because you can bet right now. I always found that name very funny as a kid. I never understood it. Now I do understand it. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. I always found that interesting. Never really got it as a kid. Okay. Made no sense to me.
I must still be a kid because I don't get it.
Well, it's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Is Chris describing the steakhouse?
No, I think it's
her restaurant.
Yeah. So
but
who's
it's
Chris?
called Chris. I don't know, a son, or she just decided?
Oh.
What did you think? Ruth's.
I got to be honest.
Chris Steakhouse.
I've never thought about this, so I don't know.
It's not Ruth Chris's.
Yeah. No, it's a little confusing.
That's
for
what
me.
I'm telling you.
I'm kind of following, but I'm not all the way there.
It'd be like Dave's Wendy Hamburgers.
It'd be like Maddie's Anthony's
Dog
Restaurant.
Lounge.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's what it'd be like. I just thought it was
Okay.
just a little sidebar.
That's a place I'd go. Maddie's Roth Dog Lounge.
Got you
That's
covered.
amazing.
Got you covered, man. Got a nice little VIP back room for you, too.
Yes, sir.
McGruby don't play like Homie, and Homie don't play like that.
All right. Where was I?
Going into break.
Yes. No. I sidetracked on the Ruth's Chris. Vegas says if you want to bet that both teams will not score 10, we know Ohio State will. Yeah. But if you want to make the bet that both teams won't score at least 10 apiece, it's plus 350.
So Vegas is telling
Fish
us
could hedge the hedge.
He could.
Right?
I can see him getting to 13.
All right.
Be tough.
Fan Sports Update coming up here top of the hour, and the NFL takeaways. And these will be good because I have one that probably have to wave the white flag on. That's next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Football season's heating up, and so are the deals at Germain Toyota. Right now, drive home a rugged 2025 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% APR for up to 48 months. Or go big with the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, also 2.99 APR for up to 72 months. Built tough, built smart, built for whatever your game day brings. Find your next Toyota at Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or start your next adventure online at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
At Giant Eagle, we're focused on quality, freshness, and all your favorites. Because meals bring us together. Because recipes keep traditions alive. Because the right ingredients make it or break it. Because being part of the neighborhood matters. Because what we pick up at the store is what we bring into our lives. At Giant Eagle, we're always going for better to bring you the best. Because it matters.
Buckeye fans, introducing Behind the O, the brand new app packed with original athlete and fan-driven Ohio State sports content. It's free to download in the App Store on iOS and Android, and every time you open it, you're helping generate NIL dollars for your favorite Buckeye athletes with zero cost to you. Get exclusive access to fresh behind-the-scenes videos, training routines, athlete lifestyles, and more from every Ohio State sport. Don't wait. Download Behind the O now and get closer to your Buckeyes than ever before.
Behind the O, free for fans, NIL for athletes.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Hey friends, Beamer here. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations. Learn how scary fast and how scary easy losing weight can be. For mine, I brought all the questions, and in the end, Awaken 180 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Determine if Awaken 180 is right for you. The free consultations end October 31st. Reserve by phone only at 844-346-1800. For details and the number, visit awaken180weightloss.com. Scary easy with scary fast results.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at tmobile.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we're offering an amazing $12,000 off MSRP on a new Ford Bronco Badlands. This offer is only from Krieger Ford, so come see us on Morris Road or visit KriegerFord.com today. Home of the Krieger Commitment. Best cars, best people, peace of mind.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The NCAA has approved the policy change allowing D1 athletes and staff to bet on pro sports. If Divisions 2 and 3 approve at the end of October, the rule would go into effect November 1st. NFL quarterback Joe Flacco will start for the Bengals Sunday game versus the Packers at 4:25 after the Browns traded him Monday. Cleveland is not named a backup QB for Dylan Gabriel. Game 3 of the ALDS, Mariners visit the Tigers at 3:08. Blue Jays at Yankees at 7:08. Game 3 of the NLDS, Brewers at Cubs at 5:08. Phillies at Dodgers at 9:08. NHL, Canadians and Maple Leafs at 7. Bruins and Capitals at 7:30. Flames and Oilers at 10. Kings and Golden Knights at 10 as well. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, hour number 3. We'll get into some of the bigger stories right now. Bengals are going to start Flacco against the Packers. Makes sense. You traded for a 40-year-old quarterback. What are you waiting for him to develop? We've seen the Browning story. Okay, so.
I love that question, AR. Sorry, that was good, though. I mean, what are you waiting for him to develop?
We're here. We know what he's got. Oh. Throw him back there. Hey, Browning may welcome it. Give me a break.
Get me out of here.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat. I'm going to be on the bench.
Hot take. I don't even know if this is a hot take. The white chocolate Kit Kat, to me, is better than the original. How you like that? A little too spicy for you? Like for me, AR, also,
I enjoy it.
The white chocolate covered pretzels to me are better than the milk chocolate.
Okay, so here's what
pretzels.
I like where you're going with this, but I will tell you that I believe that the white chocolate on anything is better as the one-off. It's better as the every now and then I could eat the regular Kit Kat every day.
I got you.
If I eat the white chocolate Kit Kat every day, I don't think I would love it. I don't. I just, I think it has one of those things that, oh, wow, haven't had that in a while. Yeah. That would taste good.
You might have to fire up the Where to Weed At clip for what I'm about to say, because one of my good friends growing up, one snack that he swears by is the original chocolate Kit Kats inside of a King's Hawaiian roll. Yeah.
Where to Weed At?
Had to be that.
Okay.
It had to be that. How else do you cook up that concoction?
You do the frozen Kit Kat. That's fine. But yeah, good candy bar. It was my stepdad's, I think, favorite when I was a kid.
Oh, you can't miss with it. You can't miss with it.
Well, you're getting 4 or 5
little sticks in it.
Yeah, that's it. So you're adding the value. That's why I always like Twix. Not because it was very good, but you're getting 2. I know it's basically the size, but as a kid, you're thinking, oh, wow, I'm getting 2 for 1 here. Whatchamacallit. Browns, on the other hand, trade their 40-year-old quarterback and decide we are going to wait for the other guy to develop, and we're not going to name Sanders QB2. So the question is, well, who do you have on the roster, sir? Well, nobody yet. How does Shedeur handle that? Not that they really care, I guess.
You just handle it, AR, by just keep grinding, right? Because you can't get caught up in this stuff if you are Shedeur, because there is now clearly more light at the end of the tunnel as far as your opportunity. And this isn't like we're talking about this scenario for Shedeur, and this is week 14, right? And Kevin Stefanski is still unsure about committing to Shedeur right now as his number 2. But it's not, I can't sit here and say it's a great look for him that Kevin Stefanski had some pause to his answer today as far as going down the QB2, that being Shedeur Sanders' road. But I'm not going to freak out too much about it right now for Shedeur. But if we're talking a month from now and he's still number 3, that to me will sound some alarms.
Man, it would have been one thing if he said, hey, guys, we've had Bailey Zappi. We're going to elevate him to their active roster, and he will serve as our backup quarterback this week. Doesn't mean that's a cemented deal. And Shedeur will continue to do the work he has to do, and I'm sure he will rise through the rankings as it happens. But right now, we're trying to develop a game plan for Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, and
try to win us a football game.
You know who my dad is?
We do. And look, speaking of his dad, Deion's got some health stuff going on. Had to have I think a surgery yesterday.
Blood clotting, perhaps.
Yeah, hopefully,
scary stuff.
Yeah, he can.
I don't give a damn about the Browns.
Hopefully, he can get all that cleaned
up.
One
too.
But oh God, I forgot I was going to say. Oh, real quick, I just wanted to mention this. AR, we had the TVs are on in here in the the power, I guess, of Shedeur Sanders and his name. Mm-hmm. They started the 2 o'clock Sports Center with the clip that we played earlier from Kevin Stefanski.
That they wouldn't activate him to number 2.
That's what you get with this. We're talking a 1-4 football team, and you got a nationally televised sports show that's starting their show with Shedeur Sanders not being the number 2 quarterback. Not the playoffs, not hockey starting last night, not the Eagles being 4. None of that. It's the Cleveland Browns head coach not committing to a backup quarterback right now.
It's part of the story. It is. It's part of the story that, from dropping in the draft to who his dad is to some of the things he has said, I'm better than guys that are playing in the league right now. To where Rex Ryan is hearing that he's not grabbing it by the you-know-what and going for it. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and right now there is nothing there to really sink your teeth in for Shedeur. It was the preseason where he looked good, and that was it.
Is that pudding or pudding?
Yeah, pudding pop.
I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that.
All right, I got to admit something. I'm not ready. I got one more week whether I want to admit this or not.
What do you got?
That you're going to be right. That your team's a complete disaster. And a disappointment.
Still favored, though.
I know.
He kind of believes.
All I said was they need to split these 2.
Yeah.
Because if not, you'd be what, 1-5 into the bye? What are they now?
They should be 1-4.
4 right now.
Yeah. So if you lose this one, I don't even know if Lamar could save you. It'd be close. I'm not ready to do it yet because I thought maybe you could still somehow get past Houston, and that was wrong. So the defeat you had was the worst home loss in franchise history.
It was nasty.
And it wasn't with Lamar, so there's the disclaimer on it. And you missed a lot of dudes. Mm-hmm. You're hosting the 3-2 Rams before your bye week. You asked Schefter if Lamar was coming back. He said
he didn't feel like he was. Yeah. Lamar did not practice again today, so I don't think he's going to play. I think they're going to try to sprint to the finish and think that we can clean up in our division. That's easier said than done. Easier said than done. You got 2 with Cincinnati, a game left with Cleveland, and both against Pittsburgh. And your last game of the regular season is a road game against the Steelers, which has always been a house of horrors for Lamar.
A house of what?
Horrors for Lamar since he came.
That was an inside joke this week.
This is not a brothel run by Littlefinger. What I'm talking about, this is a house of horrors for Lamar over there in Pittsburgh. I'm not seeing it, AR. Even if they win this game, I'll still. To me, it's going to be very, very bleak because it's just the bodies that they're missing, and they're going out and getting C.J. Gardner Johnson off the street. They're desperate. They're trying to do anything, and the offense with a backup quarterback right now can't be protected because the defense is just awful. It's awful.
It's a long season, the NFL. They have the guy that could save them, though. They have the quarterback that can do it.
They got a superhero. They do.
They do.
That's what you need.
That's what I'm waiting for Vegas to finally tell me that they're not going to do it. And that way there could at least be some value.
I think that'll be this Sunday if they lose.
Because right now, to make the playoffs, the Baltimore Ravens are still favored to make the playoffs. And not by a little. Minus 165.
Yeah.
They're more than 1.5 to 1 to make it. There's no value on betting them not to make it.
Yeah.
Right now.
TLC, so you're one of the believers that they can do this along with Vegas. Is that rooted in that they can just win the North like that? That's how they're going to do it?
No, it's just the Steelers and Ravens schedule flip at the same time. And so in a couple weeks, the Steelers schedule is going to get significantly harder and the Ravens schedule is going to get significantly easier. And so I think I just saw this last year with my team. Well, we said it earlier. What were they, 10-3 or something last year and then lost their last 5 or something similar to that? So I just think that the way the schedule lines up, it looks a certain way now. It's going to get real squirrely at the end of this thing. So I know that playing the long game isn't good for radio, but I'm not counting you guys out just yet.
3 of the last 4 are on the road at Cincy. Then you got that New England game in there, and we'll see if they can build off the momentum that they just created winning at Buffalo. But it's at Cincy, home against New England, then at Green Bay and at Pittsburgh. So that's tough sledding, no matter what this looks like with Lamar, without Lamar. Obviously, they would rather have him there. But even if he is there, like they put themselves behind the 8 ball with how bad their defense has been. You fumbled the bag against Buffalo at home. I mean, on the road, that should have been a win. And now here you are dealing with what football provides, unfortunately, and that's injuries. And so, it's they're up against it. I don't think they're going to be in the tournament this year.
Not the NFC West like years ago, where like a team made it 7-9.
Yeah,
like where you made it. So your question is the right one, which is if they are going to get in, how are they going to get in?
Right, because I think we got to apply what we said about Cincinnati to Baltimore. Yeah. It's the crowd outside of your division,
the wild card,
right?
I'll tell you what you have that Baltimore doesn't. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what you have that Cincinnati doesn't. A phenomenal offensive line.
Well, I think it's good. I thought you were just going to say the quarterback, right? Like
that too.
That we've established.
I'm considering Lamar Jackson hurt right now, but like Roger Rosengarten and Ronnie Stanley, again, if he's healthy, because he's got banged up lately.
It really is. It's to your point. You drop
great
Lamar,
offensive tackle duos.
You drop Lamar back into this thing, it's back to being one of the best offenses in the league.
So I'm not counting you guys out. I do acknowledge your defense is terrible, so that you could drop some games later to some teams that should be easy wins. You can do that, but I'm giving you guys more life than you are right now. But I get it because you're more emotional about it.
I can't imagine I've ever heard of a team at 1-5 making it.
Prior to last week, I said on the show, teams that were, what were they, 1-3 at the time?
0-3, you were 5% or
it's
something like that or less. But
if only
12% or
if
whatever.
If only we
was,
had a friend who could help us.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I'll ask GPD. What?
Chat is his name? Chad or Chat?
I think it's Chat.
Yeah, I think they should have changed it to Chad. It seems.
I'll ask Chad GPT about it.
Yeah, let us know what he says during the break.
Has an NFL team ever made the playoffs after starting 1-5? That's the question?
Yeah, that is the question.
Okay.
I want to see what AI comes up with. And then who's on the hot seat? Or who's the owner of the current warmest seat? We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
This time of year, it's all or nothing, and Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through November 3rd, get 2.99 APR financing on a rugged new 25 Tacoma. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $269 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You know what my favorite place in the world to watch a game is? It's the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. This is Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle and I get to visit our favorite game-watching spot twice in 1 week. Sunday, October 12th, watch the Browns Steelers. Then Thursday, October 16th, we're back for the Steelers Bengals. I have Browns tickets, Pro Football Hall of Fame passes, and dining credits to give out during the games at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Save big money on new appliances when you shop at Menards.